Now to a WSAZ investigation, trapped on the turnpike. Drivers stranded for hours and hours on end on the West Virginia Turnpike. Officials say it was about 9:30 last night. Those heavy rains led to a mudslide in the northbound lanes. That ended up blocking a storm drain, leading to high water on the turnpike and a total closure for about 8 hours. WSAZ's Addie Smith has been looking into how this happened and what is being done to make sure it doesn't happen again.
This is wild.
It's just chaos.
Honestly, it's ridiculous that it took that long.
3 drivers in 3 different vehicles with the same story. As they headed into Kanawha County on the West Virginia Turnpike about 9:30 Thursday night, they were met by some slow traffic but figured it would clear up. As time passes and traffic starts to stack up, they begin to realize they wouldn't be going anywhere anytime soon.
And then 9:30 turned to 10:30, and then 10:30 turned to 11:30. And then we flipped the calendar into Friday morning, and we were like, uh-oh, like something's here. So we're scrambling to find out information.
The West Virginia Parkways Authority says heavy rains led to a mudslide in the Dawes area of the turnpike. That mudslide blocked a storm drain, leading to high water and a total closure of the northbound lanes that lasted through the night.
For 8 hours, all night long, myself and about, probably 2,000 of my new closest friends sat on the turnpike and just waited for them to clear the area.
Drivers we spoke with say not only were they trapped, but information about what was going on was hard to come by.
It was just standstill. There were no alerts of what was going on, no anything on Facebook or on Google, couldn't find anything about it.
As the hours passed, drivers say the scene felt more like a scary movie.
There were groups of people sleeping on the road in between the cars on sleeping bags. Several people came up to our car, asked if we had supplies. Everyone was trying to find a place to go use the bathroom. The car beside of us had a pregnant woman in it that was on her way to get induced. Yeah, and I was like, that could go very wrong very fast. It got to the point where we called 911 a couple times because our service was so spotty, we could not get a hold of Metro. And 911 even told us if we did need an ambulance, it would take a long time for them to get there. So
it would be daylight before one lane reopened about 6:30 this morning. Governor Patrick Morrisey holding a press conference a few hours later on an unrelated topic, taking a moment to address the situation.
I'm not happy when I look and I see the people are sitting there. That's unacceptable. And we're going to get to the bottom of it. We're going to report that back to folks.
So we started looking into what plans the Parkways Authority has in place for emergency situations and found this: the West Virginia Turnpike Incident Management Emergency Traffic Control Plan. According to this section, the purpose of the report to establish a protocol and procedure to maintain traffic movements in the event of an incident or severe weather, as well as to identify acceptable detour routes and traffic control measures. This version is from 2011, so we reached out to the Department of Transportation asking, is there an updated version? We also asked for an interview with Parkways Authority Executive Director Chuck Smith, but were referred to this statement that reads in part, the Parkways Authority takes full responsibility for the failure to reroute traffic and would like to assure the public that this will never happen again. At the direction of Governor Patrick Morrisey, the Parkways Authority is already examining and revising its policies on turnpike closures and detours as a result of this incident. Following the release of that statement, we emailed some additional questions, including, was any part of that emergency traffic control plan utilized? And what changes will be made to policies to prevent this from happening again? We have not heard back yet. Drivers just hoping new protocols are put in the fast lane to keep others from experiencing the same situation.
You can't shut down a major interstate artery in our state for 8 hours over rain.
Addie Smith, WSAZ, Kanawha County.
And we will be following up with the Parkways Authority about those questions, and we'll let you know as soon as we get answers. Now, this isn't the first time Mother Nature has caused issues of this magnitude for drivers on the West Virginia Turnpike. In 2009, this heavy snowstorm dumped feet of snow on the turnpike. It shut down the road for almost a full day. A lot of drivers stranded for 20-plus hours. They ended up nicknaming that storm the Turnpike Trapper.